Alex had never imagined that a single mission would change the way he saw the universe. The research outpost on Xifor 7, a remote planet on the edge of explored space, was quiet, almost eerily so. The outpost had been built to study alien technology left behind after a mysterious ship crash decades ago. Scientists and engineers from Earth had come here to explore, but the planet itself seemed alive with secrets that no one had fully understood. Alex adjusted the straps of his pack and checked his scanner one last time. His mission was simple: investigate a newly uncovered artifact in the ruins beyond the outpost. He had been warned that the terrain could be dangerous, with unstable structures and unknown wildlife. Yet, the thrill of discovery pushed him forward. Every footstep he took echoed against the metal floors, and the low hum of the outpost's energy core reminded him that he was alone, except for the distant chatter of his team through the communicator. When he stepped out into the ruins, the landscape changed instantly. Broken towers and jagged metal remnants of the crashed alien ship jutted into the sky. The air was thick with an unusual mist, reflecting the faint glow of the planet's twin suns. Alex felt a chill that had nothing to do with the temperature. Something about the place seemed to watch him. He carefully made his way to the artifact, a sleek, oblong object half buried in the ground. Its surface shimmered with a light that seemed almost alive. He knelt beside it, brushing off the dust and examining the strange symbols etched into the metal. His scanner beeped nervously, signaling unusual energy readings. Before he could react, a sudden movement caught his eye. From behind one of the ruins stepped a figure unlike anything he had seen before. She was humanoid but taller than any human, with a lithe, athletic build. Her skin had a soft, pale luminescence, and her hair seemed to float slightly, defying gravity. She wore a suit of technology that seemed to blend seamlessly with her body, glowing faintly in sync with her heartbeat. The suit was unlike anything Alex had studied. Advanced, elegant, and oddly personal. "You really want to know what I'm wearing underneath?" she whispered, leaning closer, her voice carrying a playful yet mysterious tone. Alex froze, unsure whether she was teasing him or testing him. Her words weren't about anything personal in a human sense. They were a riddle, a challenge. The suit she wore could shift and adapt, responding to emotions and intent. And her question hinted that she was gauging him. Alex swallowed, trying to calm the rapid beating of his heart. I'm here to study the artifact," he said cautiously. "And maybe learn about your technology." She tilted her head, studying him with eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light. "Few humans come this close," she said. "Most are too afraid, or too curious in the wrong way." She stepped closer, the mist swirling around her feet. Alex realized that despite her beauty and grace, she was a warrior. Every movement calculated, every gesture precise. "I'm Alex," he said, offering a hand. She stared at it for a moment, then extended her own hand, her fingers longer than his, the touch surprisingly warm. "Lyra," she said. There was an unspoken understanding between them. They were strangers from different worlds, yet they needed each other. The artifact pulsed, faintly, as if reacting to their presence. Lyra gestured for Alex to follow her deeper into the ruins. "The artifact is dangerous," she explained as they moved. "It is a key to something much larger than this planet. It is why my people have watched this place for centuries." Alex glanced at her suit, noting the subtle changes in its light patterns. "Your people are still here?" he asked. "We do not interfere, except when necessary," she replied. "But you, humans, are unpredictable. That makes you interesting." As they reached the center of the ruins, the artifact's energy intensified. The ground beneath them vibrated, and the air seemed to thicken. Alex's scanner went wild, displaying readings he had never seen before. Lyra's suit glowed brighter, responding to the artifact's energy. Suddenly, a part of the artifact shifted, opening a small portal that shimmered like liquid metal. Alex stumbled back, fear gripping him. Lyra extended a hand, steadying him. "Careful," she warned. "It does not distinguish between friend and foe." Alex peered into the portal. He could see fragments of a strange landscape, with colors and shapes that defied logic. Creatures moved in the distance, forms that seemed to be alive but unlike any animal he had ever seen. "We need to understand it," Alex said, his scientific curiosity overtaking his fear. "If this artifact can open gateways, it could change everything." Lyra nodded, her eyes narrowing. "Then, we must work together. Your mind is clever, human, and I have the skill to navigate this place. Alone, neither of us will survive." They approached the portal cautiously, testing its boundaries. The energy from the artifact pulsed rhythmically, almost like a heartbeat. Lyra placed her hand on it, and the portal stabilized slightly. Alex marveled at her touch, realizing that her suit and her very being were somehow connected to the alien technology. "You can feel it," Lyra said, reading his expression. "It reacts to emotion, intent, and determination. That is why humans are rare visitors here. You are bold, unafraid to step forward when logic screams to run." Alex nodded, understanding the compliment. "And you've been guarding it for how long?" "Long enough to see fools come and go," she said with a wry smile. "But you might be different." As they worked, the ruins began to shake. A low, vibrating hum filled the air. And Alex realized that the portal was growing unstable. He and Lyra exchanged a glance. Both knew that a wrong move could collapse the ruins entirely. They had to stabilize the artifact or risk being trapped in the portal forever. Lyra's hands moved with precision over the alien device, adjusting its energy output. Alex watched and mimicked her movements, applying human logic and improvisation. His understanding of physics and problem-solving complemented her intimate knowledge of the technology. For a moment, time seemed to stretch. The portal pulsed faster, and shapes from the other side flickered through strange creatures, floating islands, and structures that defied gravity. Alex felt a rush of both fear and exhilaration. "We're close," Lyra said, her voice steady despite the chaos. "One more adjustment, Lyra." Alex concentrated, following his instincts. He remembered a principle from human engineering. Sometimes, the simplest solution is the most effective. He carefully adjusted the artifact's energy matrix, redirecting power through a stabilizing node. The portal's violent pulses slowed, then stopped, leaving a calm, shimmering gateway. They stared at it, catching their breath. Lyra's suit glowed faintly, mirroring their relief. "You are remarkable," she said. "Humans have a way of surviving where others fail. Clever, adaptable, unafraid." Alex felt a sense of pride, tempered by the realization that they were far from safe. The portal was stable, but they did not know what awaited on the other side. He glanced at Lyra, seeing her for the first time, not just as a warrior or alien, but as a partner in this journey. You could have gone alone," he said. "I chose not to," she replied. "Curiosity brought you here. Courage kept you alive. Together, we might actually learn what this artifact is meant to do." As they prepared to step through the portal, a shadow flickered behind them. Alex turned, but there was nothing, only the ruins swaying gently in the mist. He felt a thrill of anticipation mixed with fear. Beyond this portal lay a world that no human had ever seen, a place where human ingenuity would be tested against the unknown. Lyra looked at him and whispered again, a hint of amusement in her tone. "Are you ready to see what lies underneath the surface of this world?" Alex nodded, taking a deep breath. "Let's find out." Together, They stepped into the portal, leaving the ruins behind. The world around them shifted, colors and shapes blending in ways that made reality feel malleable. Alex held onto Lyra's hand, grounding himself. They were venturing into the unknown, and he knew that humans, with their courage, adaptability, and ingenuity, had a chance to face whatever came next. The portal closed behind them with a soft hum, leaving the ruins empty, silent, and still except for the faint shimmer of energy where the artifact had been. Somewhere, deep within the unknown world beyond, challenges awaited. But for the first time, Alex felt a sense of purpose unlike anything he had ever known. He was not just a human scientist. He was an explorer, a problem solver, and maybe even a hero. And beside him, Lyra's presence was a reminder that no matter how advanced alien technology became, human courage and intellect could still shine brightly, even in the most impossible situations. The moment Alex and Lyra stepped through the portal, the world around them seemed to stretch and bend. The ground beneath their feet was soft, almost liquid in texture, but solid enough to support their weight. Colors shifted in impossible patterns, and the sky above shimmered with hues he could not name. Gravity seemed inconsistent, sometimes light, sometimes heavier, and the air carried a faint, humming energy that made his skin tingle. Lyra moved confidently, adjusting the patterns on her suit as if it were responding to the environment itself. "This place is alive," she explained. "Not in the way your planet is, but in the way it reacts to presence, to intent. It watches, learns, and tests." Alex felt a mix of awe and fear. His scientific mind raced, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. "So, this is what the artifact leads to?" he asked. "Yes," Lyra replied. "A place where only those who are adaptable and clever can survive. Many have tried, few have succeeded. Humans rarely come this far, and even fewer make it out intact." Alex swallowed nervously but felt a spark of determination. If his species was to prove itself, this was the moment. He had come this far not by luck, but by thinking fast, observing carefully, and taking calculated risks. They moved forward, stepping over patches of ground that seemed to ripple beneath their weight. Strange creatures watched from the distance, floating orbs that pulsed with light, and elongated beings that slid silently across the air. None approached them directly, but Alex felt the weight of their gaze. "Stay alert," Lyra said, her voice calm but firm. "This world can be beautiful, but it is also dangerous. It will challenge you in ways you cannot predict." The first real test came quickly. They reached a chasm that seemed to have no bottom, the edges glowing faintly with an energy that felt almost magnetic. Lyra paused and examined it. "The only way across is to use your mind, not strength," she said. Alex looked around. There were no visible bridges, no rocks to step on. Then, he noticed a faint pattern in the energy, a rhythm that pulsed like a heartbeat. "Maybe it's a path we can create," he suggested. "Something reacts to weight and thought?" Lyra nodded. "Yes. The surface responds to intent. Focus, and you can move across." Taking a deep breath, Alex centered himself. He imagined a solid path beneath his feet, step by step, visualizing the pattern in the pulsing light. As he moved forward, the energy hardened beneath him, creating invisible stepping stones. Lyra followed, her suit reacting to the rhythm, glowing brighter with each step. Halfway across, a pulse of energy surged from the chasm, threatening to knock them off balance. Alex stumbled, but instinctively, he grabbed Lyra's hand. Together, they stabilized. And he realized that human creativity and quick reflexes could overcome challenges even when alien technology seemed incomprehensible. They reached the other side, hearts racing. Lyra smiled at him, an expression that mixed approval and mild surprise. "You are remarkable," she said. "Even here humans have an advantage. Your mind does not accept limits easily. Alex laughed softly, feeling a rush of pride. Their journey continued through a landscape that defied logic. Floating islands hovered above glowing lakes, crystalline plants stretched impossibly high, and waterfalls poured upward into the sky. They encountered creatures that seemed threatening at first, massive, multi-limbed beasts with translucent skin. But Alex realized that many were passive, observing rather than attacking. Lyra explained that the world tested intentions as much as strength. Aggression often brought danger, while clever solutions allowed safe passage. One obstacle proved especially challenging. A massive, transparent wall stretched across their path, shimmering with energy that distorted reality. Lyra examined it, her hands moving over the suit's controls. "I can't phase through it," she said. "It reacts only to mental understanding." Alex studied the wall. He noticed that certain symbols on its surface matched patterns he had seen on the artifact back in the ruins. "Maybe it's a puzzle," he suggested. "Something we have to solve, not break." They approached carefully. Alex traced the symbols with his fingers, noting their sequence. He spoke aloud, testing combinations in rhythm with the energy pulses. Slowly, the wall responded, bending and twisting until a pathway opened. Lyra's suit glowed brightly, reacting to the success, and the two passed through unscathed. "You are learning quickly," Lyra said. "I underestimated humans." Alex felt a surge of satisfaction. Every step they took, every challenge they overcame, reinforced the lesson he had always known. Humans might not have advanced technology like other civilizations, but they had ingenuity, courage, and adaptability. Traits that no alien could replicate perfectly. As they pressed onward, the air grew heavier, and the ground began to shake. A deep roar echoed through the alien landscape. From the shadows emerged a guardian of the world, a massive creature made of shifting energy and metallic scales, with eyes that glowed like molten cores. It towered over them, moving with surprising speed. Lyra stepped in front of Alex, raising her hand. "It senses threat. Do not attack. It will respond to aggression." Alex nodded, recalling everything he had learned. He observed the Guardian's movements, noticed patterns in its pulses, and realized that speed and unpredictability were their allies. Using debris from the environment, he created distractions, directing the Guardian's attention while Lyra guided them through safe zones. The Guardian lunged once, testing them. Alex ducked and rolled, moving instinctively, while Lyra's suit adjusted, shielding them from minor energy pulses. Step by step, they maneuvered around the creature, using both human improvisation and alien technology in tandem. Finally, they reached a plateau where the Guardian could not follow. They paused, breathing heavily, hearts racing. Alex looked at Lyra. "We made it," he said, awe and relief in his voice. "Yes," Lyra replied. "And you have proven what I suspected. Humans are not just survivors. You are problem solvers. Even here, against forces meant to overwhelm, you can find a way." For a moment, the danger seemed distant, replaced by a sense of accomplishment. Alex realized that this world, strange and alien as it was, highlighted the strengths of humanity. Courage in the face of fear, creativity in the face of confusion, and the ability to work with allies even if they were from another species. They continued exploring, uncovering new areas where physics behaved unpredictably, where puzzles tested their logic, and where creatures both beautiful and threatening wandered. Each time, Alex's human perspective complemented Lyra's experience. Together, they discovered hidden chambers, activated alien devices, and mapped areas that even centuries of alien observers had never fully understood. During a pause, Lyra turned to him, a faint smile on her lips. "I underestimated your species," she admitted. "I thought humans were fragile, but your courage and mind, it is a rare gift." Alex smiled, We've had to survive. Adaptation is in our nature. She studied him for a long moment, then nodded. And that is why you are still here. You could have failed countless times, but your determination kept you alive. The portal behind them glimmered faintly, a reminder of the world they had left. Yet, Alex realized that their adventure was far from over. This dimension was vast, filled with challenges that would test both human ingenuity and alien skill. He felt excitement, knowing that with careful thinking and bravery, they could explore further and perhaps even understand the artifact's ultimate purpose. As night or what passed for night in this alien world fell, the environment glowed with bioluminescent plants and floating orbs. They set up a temporary camp, using Lyra's suit to stabilize the terrain and shield them from minor energy fluctuations. Alex sat beside her, looking at the strange sky, filled with colors that shifted and danced. You know, Lyra said, breaking the silence. I usually do not work with outsiders. Humans are unpredictable. Alex chuckled. I guess I'm lucky then. Not luck, she replied, her tone serious but kind. Skill, courage, and adaptability. That is why you are alive, and why I am still here to guide you. You have proven that humans can survive in ways even advanced civilizations cannot. Alex felt a warmth in his chest, not just from pride, but from the bond forming between them. It was rare, even in his own species, to find someone who trusted and respected him so completely. And here, in the middle of an alien world, he realized that partnership, trust, and clever thinking were as vital as courage itself. The night passed quietly, though the world remained alive around them. Alex slept lightly, every sound and pulse of energy registering in his mind. Lyra stood watch, her suit glowing faintly as she monitored the surroundings. When dawn or its equivalent arrived, they resumed their journey. Each challenge, each strange creature, each puzzle confirmed a simple truth. Human ingenuity, courage, and determination could thrive even in the most impossible places. By the time they reached the core of the alien dimension, where the artifact had originally connected, they understood its purpose. It was not just a gateway, it was a test, a measure of intellect, adaptability, and courage. And Alex, a human, had passed. Lyra looked at him with newfound respect. You have proven that humans are remarkable. You have courage, adaptability, and a mind that refuses limits. That is why you survive here, where others would fail. Alex smiled, exhausted but exhilarated. And I couldn't have done it without you. She nodded, and for the first time, her expression softened. Perhaps humans are not as fragile as we believed. Perhaps there is more to your species than even we could understand. Together, they activated the artifact one final time, sending a signal to the outpost that they were alive and had discovered the secrets of the dimension. Alex realized that this journey had changed him. Humans were not just explorers, they were capable of facing the impossible, of outthinking, outlasting, and surviving against all odds. As they prepared to return, Alex glanced at Lyra. So, what happens now? Now, she said, her suit glowing warmly. We continue exploring. This world has much to teach, and perhaps humans will have more to teach it in return. Alex nodded. For the first time, he felt a deep sense of purpose. He was human, and that was enough. In this alien world, courage, intellect, and determination had carried him further than anyone could have predicted. And beside him, Lyra's presence reminded him that even across galaxies, trust and partnership could make humans stronger than they had ever imagined. They stepped forward, ready to face the next challenge together, a human and an alien, exploring a world that few could even imagine, and proving that humanity, with its courage and ingenuity, belonged among the stars.